Hello, Megan.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining
Thanks so
us.
much for having me.
Please tell me where you work and what you do there.
Yeah, so I work at Digitas, a global advertising agency, and my role there is Chief Media Officer. So I oversee all of our media business based out of North America, which is a pretty sizable piece of what we do.
Yeah, that sounds like a big job. It is. We might get a little busy.
It is a little busy.
On our show, Hey Sis, Eat This,
Mhm.
we celebrate moms, and our true inspiration was our mama. And we like to celebrate all the women who have really brought us all up
Yeah.
and still do today, like yourself.
Mhm.
So tell me someone, a woman in your life that has really influenced you professionally and inspired you.
Mhm. There's one in particular, and she does know this, but her name is Jody Robinson. So she was the former CEO of Digitas, but someone who saw me from day one joining that agency to what is now 13 years later. I watched her play these long games in business, and you sort of don't know it's happening until you see it kind of after the fact and realize kind of what such quiet influence she had in situations. It was this power that was not the loudest in the room, often the smartest in the room, but she really was working on ingraining herself with clients, with relationships, and sort of figuring out over time how she could accomplish kind of what goals she had set out to do. She's also somebody who was very clear with me in saying, you need to ask for what you want. And it is a lesson that has served me well since she told it to me. And it is one that actually, when I didn't know it, I was realizing I was missing opportunities. But she's just a phenomenal leader.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And do you take kind of that advice and pass it on to others that you work with?
I do. I mean, I think they're probably annoyed by how often I'm like saying different phrases or tips sort of things I've learned over my journey. But I'm the type of leader where I don't know anything but to be honest. I don't know how to show up as anything other than human.
Mm-hmm.
I think I pride myself on relationships as well. So I'm trying to model behaviors, I think, that are inspiring or at least, allow people to collect bits and pieces of the way that I approach my job. I hope that's how I lead.
I'll ask them.
Yeah. You know some of them, so you absolutely could.
That's great advice. We always have to advocate for ourselves and not be afraid to do it.
hmm hmm
All you could do is ask.
And it's the most uncomfortable situation when you first do it, but then when you realize it works or you
Right.
realize you get a clear answer on the why
Right.
not,
Mhm.
it's such a more fulfilling experience than always wishing, hoping, and being frustrated that you didn't get. It's like you didn't ask.
Absolutely.
hmm
Where are you seeing women drive the most innovation and marketing these days?
I think right now in marketing, we're back to needing people who are super curious and patient, and willing to get things wrong, especially with the ramp up of AI sort of influencing everything we do. I don't know that those sort of behaviors are innate to men as much as they are to women. Wanting to constantly be curious and figure situations out, wanting to test and learn things, wanting to be patient about how things scale, whether it's working right off the bat or whether it takes time for something to actually be impactful.
Yeah.
I think that those are kind of skill sets that we have always had. And so these days, I think they're serving to great effect. As we sort of wait for all of this to really kind of take off in the way that we want it to. I'm finding that they're willing to sort of like interrogate conversations about things in a way that I think men just want it to be successful off the bat.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's really interesting because, especially in media, we're looking for results. We've got to deliver the results to clients, to brands, and everybody wants them. But if we take the time, have the patience, and see what is the possibility, it means we can further that outcome later.
Yeah. Yeah. I think women, I have found, and this is obviously a generalization, but are great at operating in gray.
Mm.
Things are not black and white. And I think right now in the marketing industry, and if you click deeper into media specifically, we are in a gray world. And so I think that means we're better suited to sort of navigate our way through that and come up with a better sort of place to be when we're through it.
Wow. I really love that.
Yeah.
We're in our gray area.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me one thing that your coworkers would be shocked to learn about you.
Ooh. I'm like kind of an open book with them. So let me think about what they would be shocked to know about me.
Could be something if you had a teenage idiot moment when you were younger.
Oh, here's a stupid one. I failed my driver's test, my first go. I think like my coworkers would think, oh, she's somebody who studies and she's prepared and she's ready to go. But nope, failed it on my first go around, took a right on red. And
I was
not supposed to. Oh, it will. And it pains me still. Like I remember the intersection. I cannot let it go.
We're going to work on this weekend.
I know. But I think they would be surprised by that. Yeah.
All right. Well, they're going to find out now. Finish this sentence for me.
Okay.
If I weren't in marketing, I would probably be.
In my dream of dreams, like if I could like be anything and had the talent for it, I think I would have wanted to be on Broadway.
Yes.
I was big into musicals and theater growing up. And in your town, when you're getting roles, it's just the folks in your town. So you're sort of like, oh, this is a thing. It's not a thing. I cannot do the thing. But I think like if I could wave a magic wand and just create talent, that's probably what I would want to do.
What's your creative outlet?
It's a couple of different things. One is it almost sounds counterintuitive, but I'm a huge consumer of content. I love TV. I love movies. I love reading. I love magazines, podcasts, all that kind of stuff. So that just feeds me with kind of like creativity.
Yeah.
I have 2 nephews and a niece, and playing with them.
Oh, yeah.
It just is the most fun. And it kind of brings me back to my creativity from when I was younger.
Yeah.
Which I know moms say that about having kids. For me, it's kids that get to leave my house eventually, but right? It's so fun though.
And you're absolutely right. You can go into a different world and find that creativity and let loose and be a kid again.
Yeah. The drawing, coloring, Legos, all that is just a blast.
And like there's so much content on YouTube and stuff of like different things to do that wouldn't have even thought to do.
Right.
And you're like, oh my God, that's amazing.
Right.
Let's do that.
It's so fun. I love that part. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
I look forward to the rest of our week.
Same. Thank you.